Hello, I'm Barbara Parker, and welcome to 2020 Bolingbrook. Sit back, we have a great show in store for you today. Hello, and welcome back to 2020 Bolingbrook. With me today is a very special resident for us, Otis Gatlin. He has decided to run for the library board. Otis, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, Barbara.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a 15-year Bolingbrook resident. I decided to run for the library because I got excited about politics in 2017, during the 2017 election. And I've always wanted to make a difference in my community. And so I am a frequent patron for the library. And so I decided, hey, why not be part of the change to implement some of the great things and ideas that I would bring to our great village. A lot of people go to the library, don't know exactly all the things that it does. And so I wanted to kind of be on the front lines and be part of the decision making to improve our village and improve our library. So that's the reason.
Now, I have to admit, I was one of the people who did not vote for the new library. Because in my mind, the library kind of outdid its usefulness with the internet and everybody having access at home.
Right.
When it passed and they built the new building and the services that they have, I was amazed.
Yes.
I could not believe what that library offers.
Yes.
And people need to go in there and actually make use of some of the services. They have Studio 300, and I've become such a big fan of that since I like to do video and stuff like that. The classes they offer.
Yes.
Do you have some ideas that you would like to implement?
Absolutely. I did vote for the library. I remember voting for it. It was a huge price tag of $48 million. Just to let the residents know that the trustees just refinanced the debt for that. And so we're going to be saving taxpayers millions of dollars on the debt that we acquired on the library. So that's the good news. It's paying for itself. The ideas that I have, we have a few ideas. One of the biggest things I would love to do is implement our YouTube channel. We don't have our village meetings televised. And so I want to make use of that because we need to let people know what decisions are being made, number one. Number two, we need to, any services that we're providing, we need to get out our PSAs. And the best way to do that is through YouTube. The library just released their annual report this year for 2020. They only had 20,000 views on YouTube for the entire year. So you just think we serve 67,000 people. And so that's not even cracking 2,000 views a month on just on YouTube. So the biggest thing is to get accessibility, transparency for our residents to know what goes on, what decisions are being made, what programs we're having, what community events we're having. And that would be through, social media as well as through our YouTube channel, because most people will click on a video versus reading maybe a Facebook post or something like that. So that would be probably one of the biggest things I would implement in terms of our accessibility programs. I rent a lot of movies from the library as well. One thing people don't realize is when you get a movie, it's maybe 300 to 500 people on the waiting list, especially for Disney movies. The library has their own Disney section because we have such a demand for Disney movies. What I would do, obviously when COVID is over and hopefully we get a vaccination for everybody, those higher demand movies, we just have a movie night. And so that would be bringing more people into the library for services that, and also programs, just as a token, because a lot of times people can't get the movie because they're waiting 5 months, 6 months to get a movie. The other thing would be to offer different events that we had. A few years ago, we had a Star Wars event. It was absolutely phenomenal. It's maybe happens maybe once every other year, but it was a great outreach program for a lot of our kids, our adults as well. I don't see why we couldn't have a comic book convention because the library offers comic books. I don't see why we couldn't have something to that nature where it's a DC or Marvel situation, just to have different events where people can come out and see what their property taxes are paying for, because we have a ton of comic books that a lot of young people are getting into, even myself. So those are just a few things that idea-wise to get people to come into the library and things like that.
Well, Bolingbrook, As you can see, Otis has a lot of great ideas. We have an election coming up on April the 6th. Make sure you vote, and when you're voting for the library board member, make sure you click on Otis's name.
Yes.
Thank you and have a great day. Hello and welcome back to 2020 Bolingbrook. With me today is a very special guest, Saud Ghazanfar, and he's running for the Park District Board. Saud, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Barbara, for introducing me. Hi, my name is Saud Ghazanfar, and I'm a candidate for Bolingbrook Park District. I've been a resident of Bolingbrook for more than 15 years. I'm married with 3 daughters, 2 beautiful daughters who go to elementary school in Bolingbrook, who uses Park District facilities. And we love Bolingbrook for the fact that it's a diverse, very vibrant type of community. And being a member of this community, being part of this community for such long, I feel like it's time for me to give back to my community, and that is why I decided to run for Bolingbrook Park Commissioner. Bolingbrook Park District is very important for our lives. It increases the quality, it increases our tax values, it increases the overall experience of Bolingbrook. So I decided this is one of the municipals that I'm really interested in, and I want to give back to the community. So I decided to run. I ran in 2017, came very close to being elected, but I decided that I should continue where I started from, and here I am running again in 2021.
Saud, thank you for being a guest today. And everybody remember, there is an election on April the 6th, and vote for Saeed for your Park District Commissioner. Thank you. Well, Bolingbrook, as you can see, we had 2 great candidates today. Otis for Library Board and Saud for Park District. Please remember to vote for them on April the 6th. And in case you didn't know, I'm running for the DuPage Township clerk's position. I am running on a Democratic slate with 7 other fabulous candidates. Gary Marchke, who's running for supervisor. Ken Harris, who's running for appraiser. Monty Jackson is running for collector. And our trustees are Terry Ransom, Tom Braxton, Debbie Savage, and Reem Townsend. Please remember to vote on April the 6th and vote Democratic. Thank you. See you next time.